walking away from the troubles in my life. I'm walking away, hard to find a better day. Check it here. I hate people to love themselves. So if you are new, welcoming, and if you are returning, welcome back, because you know what I mean. So today I want to talk about walking away. Make me think about the song of David, which is called Walking Away. So maybe you might want to listen to the music or to watch to the clip, because intuition works like this. When they have some messages, they will tell it into a clip or into a song. Maybe sometimes it makes you realize some things. So maybe you want to hear this song, and it's very interesting because on the lyrics at one point, he said that he want to get out of sleepless night and useless fight, which is what we always do, in life, whether with friends, with families, friends, or with lovers. We always have some dark, moments that are not necessary, but you will understand some people, they are just here for one point, for one moment, because in reality, within your soul, it's even stronger than what you really believe or what you think. And most of the time, to be honest, most of your connection will be some karmic connection. So, which means that it's people with who you need to learn to listen. Because most of the time, to be honest, you have no real friend. This is the reality. Because the thing is, a lot of people will talk badly about their friend in front of you. You will understand that they judge a lot the people around you, but you need to really start to think and to realize that if they talk as badly as they do about someone else, they do the same thing to you when you are not here. You know what I mean? There is a great sentence in French, but I don't know how to translate it in English. If you want to understand how people talk about you when you are not here, listen to how people talk about others when you are here. Yeah, basically this is the sentence. And you know that you will think about someone in your mind when I'm talking about that. Because we have some friends, and I know for me one time, I had a friend for 10 years, But I saw sometimes, that he will discredit, myself in front of others. Sometimes, because if people get too interested in me, he will say or do something just to criticize something about me or to judge something, so then he can turn the attention back to him. Which for me, I just only realized that now. But for me, he was the sun. He was the sun, and for me, he was always the one who will attract, because he was handsome and people love, and he have his own charisma, when a stranger will automatically like him, because he have charisma, he know how to talk, he's handsome, so people just tend to like him, but sometimes when the attention was away, to me, etc., didn't like that anytime. And I realized that, right now. And for me, for my whole life, I always was the moon, I was more related to the moon than the sun, I didn't want it to be the center of attention, I don't really care about that. But by being myself, by being authentic, I can do whatever I want, I will always drive attention to myself, just by being myself, because I have not the style of typical, of typical people, you know what I mean? I don't care to wear something if people won't wear it because it's not mod. I hate mod. I think you say it mod as well in English. But I hate trends. If something is trendy, you can be sure that I will be the least to wear this type of clothes or do this type of videos or do some things because it's just viral, you know what I mean? I rather love something authentic, doing something by my own, not following what people do, but it's who I am naturally. But it was always like that. Anyway, so the theme of the video, it's about walking away of things, in order to find your peace, in order to find your authentic self. But the thing is, I used to be there basically for 34, and I've been there for 33 years, to be honest. There is nothing good in that, nothing grows, you know what I mean? You can see the tree, nothing is growing. And it's where you are in a 9-to-5 job that you don't like, because let's be honest, 99% of people, they are in a job that they hate. like this is true, but they won't do nothing to change because they are comfortable where they are, they earn like money, or they have like a permanent contract, so they don't want to leave it. And then they will say like, yeah, but I have a family, but yeah, I have this credit, or yeah, I have, they always have something in order to just not have the courage to be brave enough to change things. And I don't say like quit your job and do nothing or try to launch some business. No. At least like if you don't like where you are but you can love another job, then change. Go to another job. Even if it's not a permanent job, it's okay because you are going into the right direction. You are going where your heart wants to go, and this is the main thing. You want to follow what your heart wants, not what your mind wants. Because if you follow your mind, you will go nowhere. I can tell you like here, for me, it was all about my mind. Here, for me, it's all about my heart and my soul. That's it. And I lived way more better being here than being there. So yeah, 95 jobs. Then travels. When you think about that, and I remember I read one book at one point. It was called like The Courage to Be Disliked. It was from Japanese, people like conversation between one young student and one great philosopher on the past, and his name was Albert. Because you have Freud, you have someone else, I don't remember the name, which is popular, but you have a third one which is not popular, and it's called his name was Albert. And Adler, he didn't make any books. And on the path for him, the way that he wanted to get philosophy outside, it was just by meeting people outside in a bar, and then he was sharing his philosophy, which I really think it was great. And then they made a book about a conversation between you and a student who think you know everything, who think the Freud way of living was the right one, etc. And it's really, really interesting because it's a long conversation between both for the book. But it really changed my mind. And on the book, you talk about the fact that the troubles that you have, mainly, it will be mainly about the people you have around you. If you were living alone, like in the world, there will be no other human, you will have no problem. And when you think about it, this is true, because if you need to pay bills, then you will need to pay someone in order, to get things. If you run out of supplies, it's because there is nothing to eat, because other people will eat things. But you get my point. It will be hard to live alone, 100%. But you will have a lot more trouble. So, but this at our scale, it makes you understand that with who are the people around you, and do they give you troubles? And I can tell you most of the time, yes. Because you will pick up on their energy, you will need to think about their problems, they will become your problems, and then when you isolate yourself, you will understand that you have no problems with anyone, with anything in reality. Then you have jealousy, I was thinking that I was not someone jealous, because I didn't have, even if I was here, I wasn't like someone negative. I always see the cup half filled, never the empty way. But still, I had some jealousy, For example, if I was doing my agency, I was starting to do things. And then they will blend the same program that I was. They will be here like for 1 month, for example, and me, I was there for 1 year. And then I will see like they will get clients after clients after clients. I will be like, oh, like why would he succeed, and me, I was struggling, to do things. And this is jealousy, And the only way like to fight things, for me, for example, it was to, instead of being jealous about what someone has, be happy for them. But truly happy, just don't like post something, yeah, I'm happy for you, etc., which is wrong, No, just feel it, Be happy for them, because if you are happy for other people, happiness will come to you. So this is really important. Same thing about hate. And hate, it can be like a lot of things, or someone, for example, I had like one colleague and she had a problem with me, with no reason. And I know she talked about like bad things about me, around me, etc. And I knew that, so bad that people didn't have the courage to tell me like what she was saying. And I used to hate her. She was the only person that I hate, that I did hate. But on reality, like no, I don't care, I even like love her. And you don't need to see the people, to say to love her. But when you hate someone, that tell you that you don't love yourself. Because if you love yourself, you will hate no one. And this is my case now, And if I saw her now, I think I would just say hi. I don't care. But I wish her like light and love, and that's it. Because hate, it's nothing good there. Fake friends. Yeah, fake friends. I already like talk about it at the beginning, but like it's really hard and it's really personal because on raising me, what I understand now, I love myself, and what I understand is I don't have any real friends, and right now I don't talk to any of my friends. Why? Because I don't resonate anymore. Like if I talk about like what I think and how spiritual I am right now, it doesn't make any sense. Like we don't resonate about things, you know what I mean? Like if I will talk with my ex-friend, what we will talk about, which should be your case, I think, it will be mainly 90% of the time gossiping about other people, seeing what is wrong about like things, and that's it. Because people who are on this space, you don't have so much positive things to talk about. You just talk about things that are not good. And if people are not in a space of improving themselves, what will happen is you will start to improve in your life. They will stay at the same level that they used to were, and you don't resonate anymore. You are not in the same frequency. So it doesn't make sense. Like, and now you will need to stop. To cut. Even if you still love them, etc. But still you need to cut the cord, and then you will resonate with people at the same level as you are, even above. But for me, like, I know my time is precious, my energy is precious, and I don't want to waste it. Because the thing is, if you are still talking and going there, what will happen is here, this guy, he will do moonwalk. And you will get there, and I don't want to get there. Like, again, you are your own hero, you are your main character. Like, if you know what you want in life, go for it. And if it means that you need to not talk like with some people because they don't resonate anymore, that's it, you do it. You know what I mean? Like people, me, I have done it, I've sent even some messages, to some people, and they are okay because that they are no like, I don't, it was really with love that I let them go because this is real, like I still love them, but I love them for what we were and for the part of my life that I was, and still I will love them, forever. But I know that in my boat, like it was like a one place boat. Like sometimes when you want to go somewhere, you will need to go alone because it doesn't make sense, and you don't want to get into conflicts that are not necessary. And lastly, X. Oh my God, like they say, I love this sentence. X is like prisons. If you go back, that means that you didn't understood nothing about the first time. That's it. Because I can tell you, like, again, if you are in conflict with your ex, someone, that means that you didn't love yourself at the first place. And they don't love themselves either. So you want to go there. And then, in order, for example, to reunite, that means that she needs to go here. And I can tell you, like, because I've been there, I have done that for months and months and months. And I can tell you it's a lot of work. And not everyone will have the courage, we have the balls to get there. Because it means a lot. It means learning about yourself. It means looking at your dark sides, what is right and what is wrong, and look at your inner pain, and look at them like eye to eye, and understand that, and love yourself for the wrong thing that you have did in your life, which is not easy at all, but to understand that, and then to not judge anyone, which is really hard, but not judging anyone, loving yourself, putting yourself first. Learn to rest, learn to do nothing, which is really hard for me. And even because I know, like my intuition tell me like, you need to rest, you need to rest, you need to rest. But then I will sit and then I will do something. I will try to learn something, to do something, to do a video. What I know that I should do is just nothing. But it's so hard for me to just do nothing. And then you will need to meditate. And then you will need to read affirmation every day. And then you will need to write what you are grateful for every day. I can tell you that I'm doing that every day. I'm writing like what I'm grateful for every morning, every night. It's not easy, but this is great because you will start with a good mood and you will end up with a good mood, and you will attract manifestation a lot faster than if you are not doing that. So yeah, it's a lot of work. So you don't want to go there anymore, and you know that your ex probably like wouldn't, go there. And the thing is, when you are going into the right side, God or the universe or your intuition, they will show you like hidden things that you didn't know when you were there. Now I learned a lot about, my ex, and I'm glad that I'm not with her. Like oh my God, I'm so glad to be with her because I know you are watching my video, so I'm so glad to not be with you. But yeah, your intuition, the universe will show you how things work. You know what I mean? And you will know things that you shouldn't know, but you will know them. Nobody can lie to me right now. No one. Because I will know the truth sooner or later. So, which is great. Because my mind is more clear, because I have space for myself. I have space to know what I want. I have space to know what I love. You know what I mean? I have space to understand the world better. And I have like the time to pour into myself, into my own cup, you know what I mean? Into my own heart. And really like do things that have meanings. For example, for me, like doing that, it's the most meaningful thing that I have never did in my life. Because I'm helping you guys, to change life, And I always had like great position in my previous work, I was a manager, etc. But it's nothing compared to what I'm doing now. Because for me, it's my sole purpose. I'm here to that. I'm here to show to people that I was like in your case. I was even probably like in worse place sometimes. But I find a way in order to go through everything, to get out of, this dark place, to go like into the sun, into love, into things that are really good for me. And I can do the same for you. Will it be easy? Hell no. It will be a pain, it will be a pain, like a cheap pain. But when you will go there, you will be so happy, so fulfilled, so you will be like a different person. I'm not the same one that I used to anymore. I'm not the same one, just like that the one that I was 2 weeks ago. Like, I have upgraded in so many versions. I'm not like version like 0.2 or 0.3. No, like now, I'm like version like 40, 45. Because every day, like I'm still improving towards what I really want, in life. And towards like becoming like a better person. And towards to being more authentic. For example, I did sing today. And I know like my singing is not good, you know what I mean? But who cares? Do what you want to do. Like don't try to see a box and to feeling and to care about what people think. Like if people think like I'm singing wrong, maybe they are right and I don't care, you know what I mean? And this is a great thing because when you live into your authenticity, you don't care about what other people think. You don't care, you know what I mean? Like I don't care. If you guys, hate me, I don't care. It doesn't make anything wrong toward me, you know what I mean? Like there is no effect. Because what? Because you know what? Because I love myself. So nobody can move me, Nobody like I won't ask any like approbation. And even on the past I was like that, but now even more. I will never like talk to someone to ask them like, oh, can you give me some tips, to fake friends, because this is the reality. To ask them like if I should sing, if I should do that. What do you think like my friend will say like if I say like, yeah, I want to sing like in my YouTube video. Should I do it? They will say no, you are not a singer. Because people, they label you as who you are. And they label you as who you used to be. So at version 1. They don't care about version 46 and they will hate version 46. Why? Because they cannot control this guy. They can control the guy who are here, but they cannot control this guy. No one can control someone who loves themselves. No one. You know what I mean? Only God, the universe. But no one else can do nothing, about you. And this is a great thing. Like, I have no fear about nobody, no one. And the fact that you don't care about, how people react or what people think, it's really like a huge relief. And for me, like, everybody should live here. And here you will be not afraid of cutting people off your life if you need it. You will be not afraid to say that you love them if you love them. You will say them. You will not be afraid to run towards your goal, your abundance, which is your birthright, which is what you should, be getting. And there is a fourth thing. And you will be like creative and apply what you want to create. So which is the main thing. You need to walk away basically, from things in order to get there. But in order to get there, you need to learn to love yourself. And you need to be truly honest, like if you have some really good friends, you need to understand that. But I can tell you like the more you will go towards happiness, the more you will understand that you have nothing to be happy over there. You know what I mean? It was good for your interior version, for the version of the past, but not for the version of the future, because I don't relate, to my friends anymore. There is no point. I will talk with them just on 2-3 minutes, they will talk about things that I'm not interested in, and I don't want to use my energy into things that doesn't relate for me, you know. If people can love it or can hate it, this is not my problem. Let them go with love and light, and you don't need to justify anything that you do. If you want to do something in a certain way, and they will say like, why do you want to go? I don't have to explain myself. I just tell you that I won't be there. That's it. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to say no, just say no. You don't need to add something like on top. You know, it's not a cake. It's not a cherry. You know what I mean? Like, just say what you want to say and say it. And if people love it, that's okay. If they hate it, that's okay. You know what I mean? In both sides. So yeah, and you will, by doing everything, you know, you will love yourself. You will appreciate your life a lot more. You will see like nature in a different way. You will look at things that you didn't look before. For me, like for example, on the past I didn't care about nature, but right now, you know, I really love it. Like when I look at a tree, like, I see things really differently, and even on the floor, when I see flowers, etc., I really appreciate it. And you will see that the more you meditate, etc., the more your sense will develop, and then you can smell the flower. You can hear like better, like a lot of things are better. But you don't see anything when you are here. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're new here, let me know. And I have a one-on-one call for free. You can jump with me, and if you have any question or if you want any help, I'm happy to help you. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.